are being set up to fight against brother and sisters. And it has to be done in God's time, not your time. You are hypnotised by the television. What a waste! What a waste for society, what a waste for Mother Earth. We are being set up to fight against brother and sisters. Forget what you read in the so-called newspapers. Forget the lies. You would die if you knew where most of your taxes went. Change your energies and the world will change. And so knowledge from the spirit world is continually streaming into your world. There is a beautiful light coming over Greece now, but people have to wake up and do something. We need more light workers. And so when you don't know which way to go, the ego will say, stay comfortable. Well, signs of awakening are mainly truth coming out. Even now, when the politicians say one thing, people laugh. And you know it is all about the critical mass, and you are reaching it faster than we ever thought. Of course, there are dark forces at play. And the truth will always win. But it has to happen. Otherwise, the world will just self-destroy. And we thank you from our hearts, because we have all been brought together to turn this beautiful planet into something even more beautiful. So welcome and a good afternoon to you all. And I know that some of you are beginning to feel the energies changing and lightening, and lots have happened over the few weeks. And yes, you may say yes, but there's also a lot of negativity, and of course, because that has to come up in order to be cleansed. And I know you are so tired of waiting, but it will take time, and it has to be done in God's time, not your time. And although we will assist you here as much as we can, that is all we can do. But things are going in the right direction. And I want to talk about how you can help yourself. It's much easier to sit back and watch the television and think, well, I'm okay. Things will work out. Well, things will work out, but they will work out much better if you turn off the television and align yourself to the Creator. You are hypnotised by the television. It takes hours of your life away from you. Sitting and listening to all the messages that are coming out that you may not be aware of, that are affecting your mind. In a way, we can say it is mind control. The big corporations want to know what you want, how you will spend your money. That's all they're interested in. They're not interested in your welfare. It's how they can squeeze the last penny out of your pocket. And I know that you've all bought things that have lain in cupboards and have never been used. What a waste! What a waste for society, what a waste for Mother Earth. What a waste of your money I ask you, before you buy anything, ask yourself, do I really need this? And that doesn't mean to say that sometimes you can't go and have a treat and buy something every now and then that pleases you, because that is good. It gives you pleasure. But when we become collectors of things that are really not much use, gadgets, ornaments, things that stay in drawers and never see the light of day, then it is a waste of resources. And again, I want to touch on something that I touched on a few weeks ago, and I want to really make you aware, more aware of what is happening. We are being set up to fight against brother and sisters, people who are less fortunate than yourselves, who may have come on hard times for a short while. And yes, I hear you say they are the scroungers. Of course there are. They are the people that don't want and will never work. But you know, there are the genuine people that, because of forces out of their control, are unable to get back on the ladder, because it becomes a vicious circle. Most times when people hit on hard times, it affects them emotionally, and they begin to hurt very much inside, and they feel pain much more than when they were on the ladder. When you fall off the ladder, it is very, very painful, and it hits people in many different ways, and some people for a short time, or maybe in this recession for a longer time than they would ever hope, have to take benefits, and that belittles them. And I want you to realise that, and not have their backs against the wall. Remember, they are human beings like all of us, who have for no reason of their own fallen for short periods. Maybe they have health problems that enables them to work. Have compassion for these people. Forget what you read in the so-called newspapers. Forget the lies. To put man against man and woman against woman. That way it makes you weak, and it's very easy then for the governments to manipulate you in whatever way they wish. And they have been doing that for thousands of years. You have the chance to wake up, help humanity, and help yourself, your families, and those close to you. So do not feel bitter for these people. Welcome that you are paying taxes, and may I add, a small amount of taxes for these people. You would die if you knew where most of your taxes went. It certainly isn't for the people who are unemployed or who are sick. That is a very small percentage. You would be amazed and shocked if you knew how much money of your taxes was wasted. So look upon your brothers with love and with light, not with suspicion and with hate. Change this world, change your energies, and the world will change. Have love in your heart, go forward. It's your time. There will never, possibly ever be a time in this world where you, if you access your power, will be so powerful. So, get on with it. Don't wait for the neighbour. Don't wait for the man in the street. Don't wait for the politicians. You do it. You have so much power within you if you wish to access it. Start now. Start today. For a better world for everyone.
As you know, we're going to Greece next week, and recently we were in Greece on holiday, and we came across one of the most moving things I've ever read, a statement by Alexander the Great in 324 BC, and through my research I've discovered Diana as Artemis Ephesus, had a connection to Alexander. I'm just wondering whether you could enlighten us on that.
Artemis worked very closely with him. They learnt many things from each other. Many things have been brought out into your world. Many other spirits and higher beings also worked with them to bring knowledge out to your world. You see, this is what happens. We here in spirit have the knowledge. And we need people to work through, to bring this knowledge, to bring the truth. It's the truth. That comes out and will help in many, many ways. And these people, as you well know, never die. Their spirit lives on. And so knowledge from the spirit world is continually streaming into your world. If only people would stop and realise that every day everyone is given new information. But people would prefer to listen to the negativity coming through on the stream through the mind. And I know you talk very much about challenging the mind. And now it's been fed negativity for eons. That people don't know how to challenge, don't know how to bring in the good information. If only people would stop and ask the higher creator, and answers would come streaming through. But of course it is a matter of sorting out the positives from some of the rubbish that is being brought through. And we can only do so much, as I've said on many times here in Spirit World. It is up to humans to collect this material. Well, the situation in Greece, as I've said many times, and it hasn't changed, that underneath and underlying There are many, many workers, light workers, helping Greece. Helping them, but there's no magic wand, you know, to clear out the darker stuff, the darker energies that has penetrated the whole of the earth for thousands and thousands of years. You know, it's possibly painful, more painful for some than others. And so we have to work through it. But I know and I see that all the good work that's been done in Greece and is continuing to be done through many, many light workers there, and many people visiting and travelling like yourselves, there is a beautiful light coming over Greece now. The energies are very much changing, although many people will not notice it because they are so fearful, and the fear is blocking the light energy coming in. And it is a matter of working with as many people as possible to take away the fear and know that they will be looked after. But sometimes we have to go through the pain barrier to make things much, much better and much brighter. But I promise you, it is happening. I've told you before, it is happening and it will happen. And we send our love and our blessings to all the people here on the planet in Greece, and in fact all the people on the planet. And so we thank you here in spirit. Yes, I mean, the more people awake, the more they work from the heart and send love out. And I know I keep going on and on about this, but it's the only thing that is going to change this planet. As we change the old, outworn, negative energy, then as love is put in and light comes in, then you will find that your reality will change. A lot of people's reality at the moment is living in fear of everything. Fear of food running out, fear of money running out, fear of everything. And I understand perfectly how they feel and how that's come about. But if you go beyond that fear, if you look at the higher dimension, it's there. It is really just a change of perception, a change of reality, a change of creating a better world for everyone. But people have to wake up and do something. It's all there for you. It's all there. It's written in the stars. Help each other, care for each other. I have said it time and time again. There's no magic wand. Human beings have all they need to change this world and take it into another dimension. But they will sit in front of the television, they will read the negativity and the lies in the papers. We need more light workers. And I know all you light workers have a really heavy burden, but a light burden in the same time, because you're working with light, but you have lots of work to do. And I know sometimes it gets to people, where they feel they're not doing enough. And I know sometimes it gets to Anne and you, and you can only do what you can only do. And keep teaching your message. That's what Jesus did. He kept saying his message. Sometimes it was the same message. Sometimes it was the same message, but in a different way. It isn't complicated, you see. But everything is made complicated in your world, and it's made complicated so that it will confuse you. And when you're confused, you don't know which way to go. And so when you don't know which way to go, the ego will say, stay comfortable, stay in your comfort zone. This is about getting out of your comfort zone. And when you get out of it, wow, you'll wonder why you ever stayed there in the first place. Make the decision, change your life, take this planet into another dimension. Well, signs of awakening are mainly truth coming out, old lies, old deceits being uncovered. Look back over the last year and see how much dirt has been dished out. Truth has been brought to the light. Even now, when the politicians say one thing, people laugh and say, that's a lie. Now, that's never happened so much en masse before as it is now. You have radio stations, television stations, you have newsletters, you have so many people now working towards this movement of light. And you know it is all about the critical mass, and you are reaching it faster than we ever thought. Be aware around you what's happening. See things coming up. See how people are not standing for stuff they have been given and told. They're standing up for their rights, and it's happening all over the world. And don't think by protesting you can't change the world, because you can. I have said on many occasions there are many, many millions of you, but a handful of those people. See the light, see the good in things. That doesn't mean to be naive. Of course, there are dark forces at play. Question things. You are in a wonderful world of information. So anything that you're told, you can look on your internet, find out if it's the truth. And the truth will always win. It may take a number of years sometimes for truth to come out, but it will come out. And I have said to you, people will not be able to take the pain. And I think you know that people are getting to that point where they are moving on to spirit. And I did say, when we started the channelings 2 years ago, people will take their own lives, and you know this is happening more and more. Because they are unable to deal with what's happening. But it has to happen, otherwise the world will just self-destroy. We thank you for all the work. And we know it's hard sometimes to do this work. But we are here and we are helping. And we thank you from our hearts. because we have all been brought together to turn this beautiful planet into something even more beautiful. And we leave you on that note. God bless. And to let you know that we send all our love out here from all your friends in the spirit world.